Sergeant Cernine for my subpoena.
Okay. Are you relieving from a subpoena?
I do not object.
Okay, relieve from your subpoena.
Do you want to take a brief break? Do you want to keep going?
Can we do one more witness?
Open two, but.
Two? Well, let's see. Okay, go ahead and call your next witness.
State calls Robert Pfaff.
Yeah, if you need another pencil or something, you can go look at one.
Okay.
Swear that the testimony about you in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Does everyone have pencils and material? Please state and spell your name for the record.
Robert Pfaff, R-O-B-E-R-T, P-F-A-F-F.
Are you employed?
I'm a patrol sergeant with Lacrosse County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you worked with the Lacrosse County Sheriff's Department?
Since September of 2022.
Were you working in that capacity on the evening of February 10th, 2023?
I was.
Were you dispatched to the residence of Josie Dikeman that evening?
Yes.
You recognize Josie Dikeman if you see her in court?
Yes.
Can you point around and describe what she's wearing for the court record?
She's seated to my left, wearing a pink shirt and tan pullover.
That's the record reflect the identification of Ms. Dikeman.
No objection.
Okay. Record reflect identification. I think we've done that enough. Go ahead.
What was the nature of the call on February 10th, 2023?
The caller had requested that we respond to the house to check on a juvenile. And we were also told that there was an individual there that had no contact with Josie.
Was the child that you were asked to check on Alexavier Pedrin?
Yes.
And was the individual that you were asked to check about regarding the no contact order Derek Pedrin?
Yes.
Have you had previous experiences with Derek Pedrin?
Yes.
Specifically involving domestic violence?
Yes.
And this residence?
Yes.
Have you had experiences with Mr. Pedrin running up the back hill of this residence?
Yes.
Have you been involved in apprehending Mr. Pedrin when he goes up the back hill of the residence?
Yes.
Did you have all that experience in mind when you went to the residence on the evening of February 10th, 2023?
Yes.
Okay. Tell the jury a little bit about what you did having this prior experience in terms of where you parked and where you positioned yourself.
Again, so as mentioned, I was familiar that Derek had fled out the back door, if you will. It's the primary door that people were using, but it's on the back of the house. And he had fled up the hill into the wooded area from law enforcement previously. So knowing that, I coordinated with the other responding deputy that I would park my vehicle away from the house, position myself up in that area where I predicted that he might flee to, while that other deputy then drove up to the house in the event that Derek would flee, that I would be in a position to stop that.
At some point after you had positioned yourself up the hill, were you in communication with the other law enforcement officer that responded, Kernan?
Yes.
And what did he tell you about his initial investigation when he arrived on scene?
So from where I was able to see Sergeant Cernine knocking on the door and nobody coming to the door.
Can you make any observations from where you're positioned on the back of the hill in terms of the second floor of the residence?
Yes.
What can you see in general? Describe that to the jury.
So along that side of the house from where I was, again, I'm estimating here maybe 40 yards from the windows on that side of the house, but the furthest window to my right, I could see a light on, and I could see what looked to be an adult male wearing a hooded sweatshirt and a winter cap in that room, like sitting down.
Would this be the first floor or the second floor?
It would be a ground level entry, but you're raised on the hill, and so there's still a basement. So I guess it would be the first floor of the house. But it's ground level entry from the back, but there's still a basement, and then on the other side.
And at the time that you can make this observation of someone, how did you describe them, in a sweatshirt and hat?
Correct.
Okay. What area of the house was that individual in?
I would assume it was a bedroom.
Okay. At some point, are you informed about Sergeant Kernine having an initial contact with Ms. Dikeman?
Yes.
And her indicating to Sergeant Kernine to get a warrant?
Yes.
Did you take some action as a result of being informed of that?
At that point, I was also in the residence. When I believe she told us to get a warrant, I believe I said something to the effect of, we know he's in here, where is he? And she said, I don't care, get a warrant, essentially. And
so on Sergeant Kernine's body cam, that's actually you that we see behind Sergeant Kernine entering the residence, is that fair?
I didn't immediately enter behind him, but yes, I would have been behind him eventually.
Okay. In response to the defendant saying, get a warrant, what do you do?
We leave the residence.
Where did you go?
To the same position.
Back up that hill?
Correct.
Where did Sergeant Kernine go, if you know?
He went to the other side to maintain perimeter on that house and begin the warrant process.
Okay, so someone's at the front, in essence, or has eyes on the front, and you have eyes on the back.
Correct.
Did you make a phone call?
Yes.
Who did you call?
Josie.
How did you call the defendant?
Using my work phone.
Did you block your number?
At that time, I do not believe the numbers were blocked.
So you called the defendant using your work cell phone, and you don't believe the number was blocked. Is that fair?
Yes.
Tell us about the discussion that you had with the defendant.
At that time, Josie, previous to telling us to get out, she had said something of, you're scaring the kids. Some of that conversation was focused on if we applied for a search warrant and that was granted and we had to go into that house, search warrants are executed generally at gunpoint given the risk involved. And so I had that conversation with her of what that could look like and how much worse that could be potentially for the children in the house to have to go through that. I also explained to her that the crime that we were looking for Derek for in the grand scheme of things was a bail jumping, and it wasn't a high-level significant crime. And so I just requested her cooperation to have Derek exit the residence, and told her that if that happened, that I wouldn't have to go back into her house.
Derek Pedrin wasn't supposed to be at the residence, is that correct?
Yes.
He was not supposed to be at the residence because he had a no contact order with the defendant.
Yes.
Okay. You were wearing a body camera on this day?
Yes.
The body cam would have captured this phone call that you had with the defendant?
My end, yep.
You would recognize that after it played in court today?
Yeah.
All right, the record should reflect that State's Exhibit number 3 is a zip drive that contains a portion of Deputy Pfaff's body camera. We're going to play from 22 minutes and 26 seconds to 31 minutes and 10 seconds. And then Exhibit 4, I believe, is the transcript for the same.
No objection.
Okay, received, but can be published.
Ferguson, if you could just move over 1 foot, maybe just.
I'm sorry, thank you. No? And over here.
Josie, Deputy Pfaff, hey, just real fast, for the sake of your kids, if we write a search warrant and come into that house and clear the whole house at gunpoint, that's going to be terrible for your children. So just please convince him that he needs to come out and give himself up. At this point, it's just a bail jumping charge. It's not any new charges. So that's all I got for you. If he's willing to come out and give himself up, it's going to save a lot of hassle going forward. But at this point, we won't even come in your house if he comes out. the best thing that you can do, Josie, in that situation for yourself is just cooperate as much as you can, because they can say whatever they want to say, but we're obligated to follow up on any child abuse, and I think you can understand why. But if we yeah, certainly. Absolutely. Absolutely. I kind of, I had some of that thought too, because I remember last time that we were here, it kind of, some of that same stuff was going on, and I get that they might not just like you. So, yeah. So, so like I said, if you can just convince him to come out so we don't have to come back in your house at all, period. You have my word on that. You can tell him I was the one that was here 3 days ago, and I treated him fair then. But at this point, it's only a bail jumping charge, and I don't want this to be more than it is. Okay? He's just not supposed to have contact with you. It's a simple violation. It's something that you guys had lifted before. It's just not lifted this time. And so it could be something where he just has to, it has to go back to the court, and you talk to the DA to get that lifted again. But until that's lifted, we have to take this enforcement action, so. All right. Do you want to keep me on the line while you do that, or are you afraid of him at all? You do. Yep, you can call it right back. All right. You bet. Bye.
Paused it at 2 minutes and 32 seconds. There's a couple portions of that initial clip I want to go over with you, okay? The last thing that you said to the defendant in that phone call is, you can call right back. Did you hear that?
Yep.
What did that tell you about whether or not the defendant had your cell phone number?
That she did.
She had the ability to call you, right?
Yeah.
Including later that evening if she wanted to. Not just 5 minutes, 10 minutes later. She could call you a half hour, hour later if she wanted.
Yes.
Okay. So she had your phone number.
Yes.
During that conversation that you were having with the defendant also expressed concern about why law enforcement was at her house. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
And the concern that the defendant expressed with why law enforcement was at her house did not have to deal with Derek Pedrin, did it?
No.
It had to deal with family members calling about Alexavier. Isn't that right?
Yes.
And that was the concern that she was expressing to you on the call. Is that fair?
Yes.
She didn't want law enforcement there because she didn't want these family members sending law enforcement there, right?
Speculation. Overruled.
That's the concern that she expressed to you.
Yes.
That's the only concern that she expressed to you. Is that fair?
That I remember, yes.
Okay. We can continue playing, please.
Hey, I just talked to her again on the phone. She's going to have him step out on the back porch, so.
He's going to step out?
Yep, she asked him, or I talked to her, and she's going to ask him just to come out so that we don't have to do this in front of the kids.
Okay.
So, yeah, no rush. I can let you know if he comes out or not, but it might be a convincing process, she said, so.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
paused at 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Sergeant, there was, in that, the still frame that was paused, there were 2 windows up at the top, is that fair?
Yep,
And they were fully illuminated?
yep,
Is that the second floor of the residence?
yes.
Okay, and you can see movement up in those second floor windows if someone's up there?
If someone was up there, yeah.
Okay. Did you see any movement in the time frame that you were in the back on the phone in those windows?
No,
Do you recall?
no.
That's the second floor though, right? And then there's this first floor that we were talking about, and then there's the basement.
Correct.
I just want to make sure that we have the full layout of the residence. You can keep playing now.
Is he right there? Okay. Magic words. I'll take them. I had them before, so. Yeah.
Yeah, but actually, if you don't mind just being on OS somewhere in case he goes out the window here, he's being convinced out by your brother half right now.
I had him 3 days ago. We had a good conversation, so. Hey, Derek.
Appreciate it, Derek.
What's that? Go ahead. Hey,
Thank you,
Derek.
Hey, just step over here. You keep being cool. You can have a cigarette, okay?
You're good, boss.
Can you let him text his boss?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Last time he
Yep.
didn't, and he was upset.
So,
Josie,
Derek, Deputy Pfaff, you remember me?
again, can I stop?
So here's the scoop, man. I talked to Josie already about this.
Maybe right here is fine.
Again, this is just a bail jumping charge. I know, with me 3 days ago. But there's no new charges today. And you know what else? I'm going to put on there that you were here. You kind of hit on us initially because I saw you. But beside the fact, you came out when we talked to you. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. Okay?
I'm gonna lose everything because of this. Like, I don't understand
So-
why I got put on a no contact when
Right.
nothing happened.
Right. Because you're on bond for a domestic case
Yeah, I
initially. And then you
understand
guys
that.
continually have these issues with each other where
So
she had
will
to call
be able
last
to
time.
drop that and
She
then,
can call the DA's office. That's up to a judge because your bond conditions are set by the judge eventually. You know, so if you contact the DA's office, she contacts the DA's office. Neither of us want this, right? Then this isn't a crime for you to be here right now. But like I said, you're on bond for the domestic case, which is why this becomes a crime. You know.
Can I have a water?
Yeah, I'll have my partner get you one. You got a bottle in there or what?
Yeah, she'll give me one.
Okay.
Neither one of
126,
us
121.
want
Can you
it.
grab a water for him? All other units come here can 22.
Neither one
What'd
of
you
us
say?
want it.
The no contact? Yeah. So then we got to go through the court to get that dropped. You know what I mean? So,
Can I ask how you knew I was here?
yeah, I saw you through the window.
But what were you here initially for?
Someone, like a Raven, reported a welfare check on Alex. They wanted him checked
Yeah,
out.
we're honestly here for
My son?
Alex's welfare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to make sure he was okay.
How'd he get the cut above his eye?
He fell down the stairs. That's why he has a broken. Oh, the cut, I don't know.
He got that one from school.
Okay. So yeah, we weren't here. We were
Yeah.
trying to pick on you.
I just saw you when we got here. Like I said, it's certainly noteworthy that you've cooperated with us, you know, at the end of this. And I can put in there that it sounds like you don't want it. It sounds like she was okay with you being here. You know, she kicked us out, you know, for what it's worth. But when it comes down to it, your bond's a felony. So it's a felony violation. So we can write a warrant for that. And I didn't want to go down that route with all the kids in the house, you know. So. You want to throw that cigarette in your mouth? I'm going to put you...
Well, I gotta call. Can I call my
Yeah,
boss
yeah.
quick?
Let's walk down here toward the car, if you will.
Can I tell my her that I love her quick? Like, or
Well, you guys have a no
I mean,
contact.
I know, but I was already here.
I know. We did that once with the kids, and it didn't go well. It was worse. You know what I mean? It's not that I want to stand in your way, but you hear me? I think it was worse for Alex in that case.
If I didn't already, I'd move State's Exhibit number 3 into evidence.
I think it's already in. It's received already. Go ahead.
Mr. Pfaff, the last portion that we played, Derek Pedrin asked to say goodbye to the kids, is that right?
Yes.
And you reference a previous situation that made it worse, especially for Alex. Is that right?
Yes.
That was something you experienced, right?
Yes.
Was that just the incident that happened just 2 evenings previous?
I think it was 2 months roughly
previous?
before that.
Tell us about what happened with Alex during that incident that made you make that statement on the evening of February 10th, 2023.
Judge, objection calls for hearsay speculation.
Sustain.
What observations did you make with your eyes during that previous incident that made you say this on February 10th?
Same objection plus relevance.
You can talk about Alex's reaction to, I assume, going away.
His father.
So, yep. Go ahead. Can't say what he said. He can say what his reaction is.
Alex reacted emotionally as Derek was leaving with us on that interaction. Alex wouldn't let go of his father. He was emotionally attached and crying that we were taking him away. And we let that go on for a long time until we ultimately, after, I'm not sure exactly, 10, 15 minutes or so, we had to physically remove Alex off of his father in order to take his father.
You seem to get a little bit emotional about that. Am I reading you correctly?
Yeah.
So on that previous incident a few months ago, Alex was clinging to his dad 10, 15 minutes, and it became actually a hard situation to separate the two.
It's certainly not something we want to do.
You're trained in looking for signs of impairment, is that fair?
Yes.
You had interactions with Mr. Pedrin just a few days previous, correct?
Yes.
When you ran up the hill?
Yes.
And you've seen Mr. Pedrin intoxicated?
Yes.
You've interacted with Mr. Pedrin when he's intoxicated?
Yes.
You were interacting with Mr. Pedrin on the evening of February 10th, 2023. Did you observe any signs of impairment on the part of Mr. Pedrin whatsoever?
Objection, speculation, lack of foundation calls for unnoticed expert testimony.
Sustain. Go ahead. Let's go on to something else. I mean, you can do his current observations, obviously.
Okay. Did you observe anything that concerned you with regards to impairment in Mr. Pedrin on the evening of February 10th, 2023?
Yes.
What was that?
I smelled alcohol coming from his person.
Talk to him about it?
Yes.
Did he make any admissions to you of drinking?
Yes.
What was that?
I believe he said he drank an airplane bottle of alcohol.
Did you do anything to follow up on that concern?
Yes.
What was that?
I had him blow in a preliminary breath test.
What was the response from the PBT?
It was zeros.
Outside of the odor of alcohol that you observed, did you observe any other signs?
No.
Was he communicating with you much differently than he was 2 evenings previous? Let me ask it a better way. When you were interacting with Mr. Pedrin on the evening of February 10, 2023, was he calm?
Yes.
Was he cooperative?
Yes.
Was he concerned about his job?
Yes.
And he wanted to go back in and say goodbye to his children, correct?
Yes.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Cross?
Afternoon, Sergeant.
Good evening.
All right, so you were the officer that arrested Derek on February 7th as well, is that correct?
I believe it was the 6th. I'm not sure the exact timing there, but
I think the booking was on the 7th, if that sounds right.
maybe by the time I submitted reports. And
Yeah. And Mr. Pedrin was drunk during that incident, is that correct?
Yes.
And you had gotten some information as to what Mr. Pedrin's behavior was leading to that arrest, is that correct?
Yes.
that he was completely out of control?
Yes.
And Josie had to call 911 in order to have him removed from the home. Is that correct?
Yes.
And at that time, did you or any other arresting officer ask Josie if she had any video of that incident?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Now, you were also present when Mr. Pedrin was arrested on November 19th of 2022.
That sounds right.
And that's the incident that we're talking about with Alexavier clinging to him. Is that correct?
I believe so.
And in that incident, Sergeant, you're aware that Mr. Pedrin had strangled and battered Ms. Dikeman in front of the children.
That's what she reported to us, yes.
And that's what you arrested her for, correct?
Him, yes.
Yeah, excuse me. It's been a long week. Did you have any context as to what Alexavier had been promised by his father leading up to that point that he was arrested?
Not that I remember.
You aware of whether or not Mr. Pedrin had promised to take Alexavier to a hotel to have a special day with his sister?
Again, not that I remember.
And Alexavier was in pajamas at that point?
On the 19th?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
During that interaction, you agree that there are a lot of people who are emotional?
Yes.
Ms. Dikeman had just reported that she had been strangled. Is that correct?
Yes.
And battered?
Yes.
And when she contacted 911, she also reported that Mr. Pedrin had done the same thing to her 6-year-old.
I'm not sure.
Certainly that's something that should be followed up in an investigation if the 911 dispatcher was told that child abuse had happened in the same incident. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, I'll keep going while Ms. Sanchez Swepsy's here. So you agree, Deputy or Sergeant, that kids can react emotionally when a parent gets arrested?
Yes.
Like no child wants to see their parent go to jail and be taken away by the police. Is that fair?
Generally, yes.
And I want to talk a little bit about what you observed leading up to Derek being arrested on the 10th. At one point, you radioed Sergeant Kernine that you saw Mr. Pedrin in a bedroom on the main level. Is that correct?
Yes.
I'm assuming that after he came out, you didn't go in and look at that bedroom where he was hiding?
I did not go into that bedroom.
Okay. And the main level meaning not the upstairs bedroom, correct?
The middle level, yes.
Yes. The same level that Alex was at, correct?
When?
The main level is the same level that the bedroom Alexavier was in.
Alexavier, I'm not sure. I don't know when you're asking.
You didn't personally go in and examine Alexavier, is that correct?
At one point I did that on the 10th. I did enter the residence. And Alexavier, I never made it to that room that he was in. I think it was more of a living room. I'm not sure. I didn't go into that room.
Okay. So in other words, you didn't look to see how close the bedroom Mr. Pedrin was hiding in was to the room that Alexavier was in?
I would have an understanding of where that bedroom was in the house, but I didn't go down there.
Okay. So you agree with me, Sergeant, that victims of domestic abuse commonly protect their abusers?
That happens.
And that victims of domestic abuse can be concerned at the loss of job income if their abuser is arrested?
Yes.
You're talking with Mr. Pedrin out on the porch while Sergeant Kernine's talking inside with Ms. Dikeman?
Yes.
Fairly short distance between the two of you, is that fair to say?
I don't know. Initially when we were on the porch, yes, and I don't know how far Sergeant Kernine ended up going into the house.
Now, When you were talking to Mr. Pedrin, you observed out loud that Mr. Pedrin reeked of alcohol. Is that correct?
Don't know that I used the word reeked. I smelled alcohol from his person, yes.
Okay. You said that it smelled quite strong. Is that fair?
I said that?
Yes.
I don't remember saying that, but I may have.
And when you took the PBT to administer it, for the record, PBT is preliminary breath test.
Yes.
You noted that it was, I think, tried and true or old and trusty or something of that nature.
My PBT?
Yes.
I may have.
Okay. It was an older unit.
I'm not sure when they were purchased.
And Mr. Pedrin admitted to you that he had drank a bottle of airport liquor, or like an airplane bottle, around 6 p.m. Is that correct?
I don't remember the exact time, but I do remember him saying he had an airplane bottle of alcohol.
Okay. You're unable to determine whether or not the PBT was functioning appropriately when it gave you the reading that it did. Is that correct?
Other than they're calibrated on an annual basis, but I don't.
Okay.
And tested immediately after.
It didn't surprise you that somebody who smelled of alcohol and admitted to drinking alcohol blew zeros?
Yeah. It surprised me, yes.
Now, Mr. Pedrin was talking to you for a little bit out on the porch. Is that correct?
Yes.
He's talking slowly at times. Is that correct?
Nothing that stood out to me in that regard.
Okay. Now, are we ready, Emily? What I'd like to do, Sergeant, is play for you the 911 call that led to the arrest of Mr. Pedrin in November of 2022. And then I'll ask you a couple questions about it, okay?
Okay.
This is going to be part of exhibit.
This will be part of defense exhibit. Our flash drive is what, 5? 205, excuse me. We'll put it on there. Off in the file name, Your Honor, is 911 call 00-23-02840. I like to publish.
Any objection?
No.
Go ahead.
February 11, 2023, 09:25 and 57 seconds.
Wrong 911 call. I apologize. You took Mr. Pedrin to jail. You
When?
transported him to jail
Which time?
on February 10th.
Yes.
And part of taking somebody to jail involves a search of their person, correct?
Yes.
You do a thorough search of somebody that you're transporting to make sure that they don't have any contraband before you put them in the squad car, correct?
Yes.
And certainly you would note if a suspect discarded something outside or in your presence that appeared to be contraband, correct?
If they threw something, you mean?
Yes.
Yes.
Something that suspects do on a fairly regular basis, correct?
I don't know how regular it happens, but it does happen.
And in the course of these searches, when you're taking somebody to jail, you're going to go through their pockets, correct?
Yes.
You're going to pat them down thoroughly, correct?
Yes.
And you're going to search them incident to arrest. Is that correct?
Correct.
Meaning that you don't have to just do a frisk or a pat down. You can actually go through somebody's pockets and feel whether or not they have contraband on them, correct?
Yes.
And that's a really important step for officers in your position because you don't want somebody to overdose on medication or substances that they might have.
That's one reason it's important.
It's also really important because it's about your safety, correct?
Yes.
Somebody has a toxic substance like fentanyl, for instance, it could be a risk to you in that squad car, correct?
Could.
If somebody has a weapon, obviously that would be a risk to you, correct?
Yes.
So you're going to search somebody very thoroughly under those circumstances.
Yes.
And you did so with Mr. Pedrin?
Yes.
You didn't locate any contraband on his person, is that correct?
Nothing that I remember.
You did not search the areas of the home where Mr. Pedrin had been hiding, is that correct?
Correct.
Ready? Okay, I apologize for this, Your Honor. been a long week, but let me get the file name here. All right, so this is labeled phone call 00-22-23539_1. Sergeant, I'd like you to listen for that portion of the call where Ms. Dikeman reports that he did the same thing to a 6-year-old, okay?
November 12, 2022, 19:07 and 45 seconds.
Sure. Can you hear me? That's how we listen. I help you. Can I have an officer at W5512 County Road OS in Alaska, Wisconsin? And what's the problem there? The partner that's here, he's violent. I came home, he was passed out drunk. He was mad. I took the hamburger he paid for, and he's killed his wife. He keeps pushing me, he keeps following me around in every room of the house. He's been drunk all day. I've tried to just go in my room and stop it, and it's just not stopping. I have one of my kids hiding in a closet because they're scared because he won't stop talking crap about his parents. Okay. And then can I get your name? Josie Dikeman. Are you really going to lie? Because I have it on video. What's your phone number? Do you know your phone number that you're calling me from? 608-518-6265. And now he's teaching his son to lie to you guys. He's been sitting down with him, telling him a whole bunch of stories. He's known to tell stories. He's had his 6-year-old with him all day doing this. I came home and his 6-year-old was sitting down with a bag of chips while he was passed out drunk. And what is his name? I watched him do the same thing to a 6-year-old.
All right, stopped at 1 minute and 59 seconds. Sergeant, were you able to hear that 911 call?
Yes.
That appeared to be the 911 call that Ms. Dikeman placed leading to your response on November 22nd?
Yes.
And you can hear Mr. Pedrin yelling and screaming in the background?
Yeah.
Not an uncommon thing in domestic situations, correct?
Correct.
And you heard Ms. Dikeman report that he did the same thing to his 6-year-old, correct?
I heard that.
The only 6-year-old in the home at the time was Alexavier Pedrin.
I don't know that.
Well, Sergeant, you agree that had your dispatch informed you of that remark, you would have investigated what he had done to a 6-year-old. Is that correct?
Yes.
And can I assume that maybe this information was not relayed by dispatch to you prior to that call?
Objection calls for speculation.
You can ask him if he was relayed to him.
Yeah, was it relayed to you?
I don't remember that information.
I mean, we can assume that had you had that information that he had reportedly done the same thing to a 6-year-old that he did to Ms. Dikeman, you would have interviewed the 6-year-old, correct?
I don't know that we have a different way of interviewing juvenile victims, but we would have investigated that.
Yeah, you would have investigated, correct?
Yeah.
And then you would have maybe arranged for a forensic interview of the 6-year-old, is that correct?
Correct.
And my understanding is that that didn't happen in that November 22 arrest of Mr. Pedrin. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you, Sergeant, are not personally familiar with Alexavier's relationship with Derek Pedrin, correct?
I'm aware of that.
Well, I mean, you're not familiar with how they interacted as father and son. Is that fair to say?
Other than my brief interactions with them on a couple occasions, I'm not intertwined with their family by any means.
As sad as it is, Sergeant, children who are abused will sometimes protect their abusers.
I suppose they could.
While they're looking for that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll finish with this witness and we'll be done for the day. Just
Okay.
I'm going to object to the law. Can we just press it one?
No, we're moving forward. Go ahead.
So, Sergeant, I'm showing you it's been marked as Exhibit 130. Does this appear to be a still frame from your body camera at the Lacrosse County Jail?
I'm not sure where that photo's from. It could be.
Does that appear to be Mr. Pedrin?
Yes.
Does that appear to be Mr. Pedrin, or how he appeared to you on the evening of February 10th of 2023?
I don't remember exactly what he looked like at the jail.
He appeared to be somewhat disheveled, would you agree?
In that photo, yes.
Do you recall whether or not at the jail, whether or not Mr. Pedrin's eyes were unfocused at times?
I don't remember.
At that point, I assume that your responsibility was booking Mr. Pedrin into jail?
Yes.
And that involves doing some paperwork on the computer in the squad room?
In the entryway, yes.
Okay. So you're allowing the jail staff to interact with Mr. Pedrin at that point?
That looks like it would have been taken at the next step of the booking process.
Okay. Judge, I'm going to offer 230 subject to connection.
No, I'm going to, at this point, I'm going to agree that I'm not going to publish it. It is hours later. He described what he sees, so that will be good enough.
Offer 230 is an offer of proof then?
Yeah, it'll be received for that basis.
Nothing further.
Redirect?
Yes. Sergeant, the photo of that graph that you were just shown was hours after that arrest in November, is that correct?
That would have been down at the jail.
Yeah. And that photograph had him in orange, right?
Yes.
Now, you interacted with him in his normal clothing, correct?
Yes.
And when you saw Derek Pedrin, he always had a hat on too, didn't he?
Yes.
And that's very different than what's depicted in that photograph that you were trying to be shown from hours later, isn't that right?
Yes.
You had body cam on that day, correct?
Yes.
And the body cam captured all your interactions with Mr. Pedrin, is that correct?
Yes.
So counsel could show you a captured snapshot of your body cam, what he actually looked like when you interacted with him if you wanted to, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But that's not what he offered you, is it? He didn't offer to show you that today, did he?
Counsel, move on. It's argumentative. Go ahead.
Now, I want to go back to that 911 call that we listened to. The defendant mentions being strangled at the very beginning of that call, correct?
Yes.
And then she talks about a number of things that are happening that day, correct?
Yes.
She talks about coming home and her 6-year-old being on the floor and the defendant being drunk and passed out. Is that correct?
On the
911 call.
Yes.
And the reference to when she says, and it happened to my 6-year-old too, that comes far later in the call than when she originally discloses the strangulation. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay. So you don't know what she's referring to when she says it happened to my 6-year-old too. Is that correct?
Correct.
She could be talking about an incident that happened in a car months ago, correct? As far as you know?
I'm not, yeah.
Speculation, foundation.
I'll withdraw it.
Okay.
Ms. Dikeman was interviewed in detail, correct? Law enforcement responded to the scene and took an interview of Ms. Dikeman.
On which date?
On the date where this 911 call regarding being strangled was made.
In November, yes.
And you're aware that not once did the defendant report 6-year-old Alexavier Pedrin being strangled on that day, correct?
Hearsay.
The defendant's statement.
Well, a statement from another law enforcement officer to
Oh, did he take the statement from her, or did somebody else take
Did
it?
you take a statement?
Yes.
You took a statement from the defendant, correct?
Yes.
And the defendant not once in that statement to you reported that 6-year-old Alexavier Pedrin was strangled on that November date, correct?
She did not tell me that.
And you took a detailed statement from her, correct?
Yes.
Because that's your job and that's what you're trained to do.
Yes.
Okay. There is a reference made to your PBT maybe not working on that day because it came up with zeros. Do you recall those questions?
Yes.
Did you use your PBT after that day?
I'm sure I did.
Did your PBT to give you accurate readings after that date, as far as you're aware?
As far as I'm aware.
It's been calibrated both before and after?
It would have been calibrated again.
Passed those calibration tests?
I don't recall ever having one not pass.
Okay, so you would have been informed or you would be aware if your PBT machine failed one of those calibration tests. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
Any recross?
briefly. So, Sergeant, approximately how long is it from the home on OS to the Lacrosse County Jail here at 333 Vine Street?
Maybe 30 minutes or so, or in there.
Typically after an arrest, you're going right from the scene to the jail, correct?
Yes.
So we're talking about something happening hours after the fact. Can we assume that you likely would have traveled the 30-minute trip from County Road OS to the Lacrosse County Jail without any delays?
Yes.
And Mr. Pedrin would have been booked into the jail once you got into the Sally Port and passed him through the portal?
Yes.
And that is not a process that typically takes hours to accomplish, is that correct?
Generally, yes.
Now, Sergeant, when you were interviewing Ms. Dikeman, you agree that you never asked her what she meant about that comment of Mr. Pedrin doing that to a 6-year-old?
At that time, I wasn't aware of that.
So you never asked her about it, is that correct?
Correct.
All right, nothing further.
Any other redirect?
Nothing on that.
All right. Thank you. You may step down.
Thank you.
You be released from his subpoena?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You be released from your subpoena. Thank you.